Where can you find an ocean with no water? A map! What happens when you get water on the table? It becomes a pool table! Why does water never laugh at jokes? It isn't a fan of dry humor. Okay, sorry, I had to, start this video off with some good water jokes because today, friends, we were talking about irrigation. Hey y'all, I'm Allie. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you are new around here, please be sure to subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you do not miss out on any of our weekly uploads. And if you are a returner, thanks so much for coming back. We are glad to see you back here and hope that you enjoyed today's video. Today, we're gonna be talking about irrigation. And if you saw the intro, you saw my very, very poor attempt at some water puns and water jokes. But irrigation is a huge part of farming and ranching operations. It is how we get water to the fields in order to water crops or water pastures in order for livestock to be able to graze. So we are going to show you today how our family operation irrigates our pastures that were once alfalfa fields and now we use as grazing and pasture land for our cattle. So my brother, we thought of a really funny name for him when he makes his appearances on Ag Chicks, but I cannot use it since it is not family appropriate. So I'll let you use your imagination of what we could have come up with for his tagline and his nickname on the Ag Chicks channel. So anyways, we're gonna let Braden take over for a few minutes to explain how we do things over on our operation.
Hey there, cats and kittens. It's Braden Spears, Allison Spears' brother. I keep the Ag Chicks thing going. You know, she's kind of the front man, but I do all the dirty work in the back. Today I'm going to show you guys all about, or tell you guys all about flood irrigation. This is flood irrigation. As you can tell, the water is coming out of this pump in here, right there, excuse me. And then it seeps out all the way into the field. And then it floods all the way down to the end. There's different alleys for the water to run into, and you let it run all day. And once it gets to the end, you turn it off like this. You turn it off like this. You grab it, you kind of kick it, and you're actually not supposed to stand in the water like me. I just kind of slipped and fell, and so we're not going to talk about that. But you just turn it that way and make sure it's tight on there. Give me a moment here. Okay, nice and tight. So you close that. Now the water will stop running because it's at the end there. And then you climb out of this treacherous area. And there are different valves open. So I have 3 valves open. Actually, I have 2 valves now open. And I will come back to you guys when I'm at the next valve. All right, we're back at the next valve here. And as you can tell, this one is full bore wide open, letting it run out to the end of the field. I just opened it. So it'll take probably 4 to 5 hours, maybe a little bit more to get out to the end of the field. And then I'll turn this one off and I'll go and turn that one on, and we'll just go on down the line down the field. Once the whole field's flooded, it'll irrigate, it'll water all the grass and alfalfa in the field so that all the cattle out there have something to eat. And they can actually, and we also actually run the water when it's super hot so that they have something to stand in and cool themselves down if they can't find a tree or get under a tree. So that's your little lesson on flood irrigation. This is Braden Spears signing out.
So as you can see, he takes his job very, very seriously as being my feet on the ground content producer and curator, I guess you could say. But that was just showing you one example of how irrigation is done. There are many different ways of irrigation. I know at one point we had siphon irrigation when we had tomatoes. There's also, drip irrigation, literally so many different types of irrigation that you can use. It just really kind of depends on your operation and how you're needing to move water, how quickly you're needing to move water, and your available water resources. So we use flood irrigation on that one area in our operation and in that pasture. But like I said, many different options, and I hope that kind of was a good little example of how we get water to things that need to be watered, and so that we can therefore in turn have cattle to graze on it, and then be able to harvest those cattle to have beef. So hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for tuning in today, and we will see you next time with whatever fun ag facts we bring to you next.